Kyle Shanahan.
And I was worried.
On how the past losses built calluses that helped the team today.
Not much at all. I mean, had a lot of comebacks before those calluses too. I mean, I think just the more you coach football, the more you go through, the more you don't try to make any absolute answers or philosophies in anything. You understand there's so many variables, there's so many different situations, and it comes down to one game. So you don't just sit there and be like, man, I learned this last game, I'm not going to do that the next game. Well, that might be the right answer the next game. It might be the right answer the next quarter. I mean, everything you got to take into account. This isn't just a plus and minus game. You have to evaluate everything, and there's a flow with how those 22 people move in the situation, and that's stuff that's why you're never done. You're always continuing to work and continue to try to come up with whatever the decision is that gives you the best chance to win, but I promise you there's no consistent automatic answer.
What do you think about that yesterday at his media availability?
I would agree with that. I mean, I think it's very easy to criticize the sequencing of plays, the individual plays, when you call them on certain down and distances, the personnel groupings that you go out there. When you're a coach, you're second-guessing everything constantly. Stuff that works, wow, it's amazing. The stuff you obsess on are the things that don't work. The things that don't work. Man, could I have done this? What if we had done that? What if I went to this guy? What if we had shied away from this dude? You have all these intuitions. Some of it is database. Some of it is gut-based. You're talking with your, other coaches. They're saying one thing. You're thinking one thing. Sometimes you're looking for validation from them. Sometimes you're looking for, inspiration from your players.
Right.
Like, I don't know, man. It's such an inexact science.
It is.
And we expect someone to have all the answers, and I just don't think that's how it works.
No, especially in pro football. Like somebody, my niece's birthday, they shall rename nameless, but they're like, oh, man, the script is already out with the Super Bowl. I said, come on, man. It's too hard to fix an NFL football game. We know what has to go through it. Now, a referee can maybe throw a flag here and there, but it's too much going on. Like, you got to stop with that. This game is not built to be perfect. The other team's trying to stop you. You could devise the perfect game plan, but that team may have a counter to it, and you got to counter back. That's why we love football. It's so much of a chess game as much as it is a physicality fist fight in the trenches. But one thing that in the Seth Ricochet story I thought was very intriguing, it let us inside of Kyle. And we can see this with Kyle. Sometimes he's snarky at the media, like when he's calling them hard-headed. I'm thinking, Shanahan, you better make the playoffs calling us hard-headed. What the hell are you doing, dude? But a very insightful piece here, Seth Ricochet's article is discussing Shanahan after Trey Lance got hurt. They started off 1-2, and he had to go back to Garoppolo. And Mike gave him a call because Shanahan apparently was in a bad place. He said his mood was so dark, it was atmospheric in the building. Everybody was scared of Shanahan. They say he already works his coaches all throughout the week, cursing him out. And Lynch has got to be the guy, the big brother, to pat him on the back and say, hey, everything is okay. But Mike told him, it's really your attitude as a head coach. You have to be positive. You have to lead. They're looking for a leader. Now, I don't know if it happened last year, but it certainly happened this year that I have seen a different attitude from Kyle Shanahan. I've seen a looser Shanahan throughout the year, and I think it started with that Trey Lance presser. He seems to be a lot looser and very comfortable, and I think it was on display at opening night of Super Bowl week, but that dark place that he was at, I saw it. I mean, you just traded for Trey Lance at 3 draft picks, and he's going out on a stretcher with a broken ankle. You got to go back to a quarterback you do not trust. And you got a third stringer who's never taken a snap in the NFL. I would be in a dark place too.
Well, and Jimmy didn't practice with the team for...
He was on the baby field, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many elements.
That was just so weird.
It was very weird. And Brock came at the right place at the right time. I mean, it does, to a degree, feels like, an intervention, a divine intervention, if you will. Almost like it came down from the heavens. Things work out in weird ways. Regarding his demeanor, I think that's the existence of being a coach in the NFL. Everybody rips Belichick for being so miserable and negative and everything. You're just constantly studying and preparing for the next opponent, and it's tough to be fake in front of the media if that's not what your personality is. I think in our lives, there are certain people who are upbeat every day. We've worked with them, and then there are other people who are Debbie Downers every day. Kyle's somewhere in the middle. I think he can be upbeat, but I also think he's very serious and analytical.
He's got some serious OCD. Looks like he's got serious OCD. I look at Anna sometimes at 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, what are you doing? She starts cleaning up in the room, putting stuff. I was like, dude, you can't do that earlier? She's got serious OCD. I think my daughter has it too because she does the same thing that her mom does. I'm like, what is going on here? Kyle has a little of those tendencies. I could see it. The play's not run exact, or if the throw's not made on time. So we made such a big deal about Purdy making that throw to Ayuk on Thanksgiving night. Shanahan didn't want that throw to go there. It's about to lose his stuff. Purdy completes it. They score a touchdown. They win the game. Shanahan was able to breathe a little bit, loosen up. It's like, all right, let me ease up a little bit.
Well, I mean, this is the guy who calls a play, turns to the entire sideline, doesn't watch the play as like touchdown.
Yeah. Or he calls a play and he tells the referee, so my player's going to run a 5-yard out. This player's going to hold him. Just watch. He's going to hold him. We know it's going to happen. And then it happens, and the flag comes. And they say, I told you. It's kind of a psychopath.
I love it, though.
I do love it, too.
I love it.
I do love it, too. Kid in Pennsylvania. Kid, what's happening? We got Tom Rathman coming up in 15 minutes. Kid, what's happening?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Thank you so much for taking my call. Fonte, I met you before the NFC Championship game, and I thank you for
You're on the field, right?
Out here.
You're on the field?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I remember you, kid. Yeah. You said, I know you said Shasky and I were like therapy for you. And I said, you're out of your mind, kid.
Well, I'm usually a stress ball, and being out here, I feel like I'm the only Niner fan that feels this way. And hearing you guys every day, it's pure therapy for me. So
I appreciate that. No, it was great to meet you, kid. It was really great to meet you.
So, real quick, a couple things I want to talk to you guys about, and I want to just ask you a question when I'm done. First thing is this. I really, truly, like I said, I am a stress ball, but for some reason this season, I just feel differently with this football team. I don't know if it's Brock. I don't even know if it's Kyle being a little bit more relaxed and coming back in these games, late in these games this way. But I truly believe, after being out there twice this year, too, there's just something special about this season with this team that they're just going to go through and just get the job done this year, finally, after 29 years.
Yep. You know, kid.
And then
go ahead. Keep cooking, kid. Keep cooking. No, keep cooking.
No, what I was going to say is then my question for you guys, and I'm not the biggest gambler in the world, and everybody and their mom is taking Kansas City. CBS, ESPN, all these prognosticators, they're all taking the Chiefs, but somehow we're the favorite. How? How is this possible?
Because of Mahomes.
You think so?
I know so. I mean, that's what we did with Brady forever, right? When we do it with LeBron. When you are the singular best player in the sport, 9 times out of 10, you're getting the benefit of the doubt from the public. It's earned equity. Is it not?
It is. But kid brought up, by the way, Gordon Hayward's getting traded to Oklahoma City. Gordon Hayward going to OKC.
Oh, my God.
Alec Burks getting traded from the Detroit Pistons to the New York Knicks. Just NBA trade tracker deadline stuff. In case the Warriors pull a move today, which I don't think they will. It's been quiet on the set when it comes to the Golden State Warriors. Kid brought up, it feels like it's just our year. We've kind of traded those barbs back and forth this season, right? Mm-hmm. At times it felt special. Then a 3-game losing streak happened, and it was doom and gloom. Then they beat up on Philadelphia, and they beat Seattle twice in the way that they did. It does, you know what? It's not perfect. They have Mahomes, they have Kelsey, they have Andy Reid. They're loose, they're the defending champions. But it does feel like our year. It does feel like it's special. We got the right guy at quarterback who everybody's comparing to Joe Montana. Hell, Joe Montana, the story with Seth Ricochet was quoted by saying, my 2 worst games were the Saturday Night Cotton Bowl and the NFC Championship game, the catch game. We came back and won.
He had other worse games.
He had other worse games, no doubt.
Joe loves hyping up his own legacy, and I love him.
He does.
For it,
he's had some terrible games.
I mean, come on.
But he said those are 2 of his worst games. I get it. I get what he was trying to say. He's trying to say that they're going to be able to come back against the Lions. But it does feel like Debo's had a resurgence, right?
Just real quick.
Great bounce back here.
I hate to do this.
What?
Like Joe, the 87 game against the Vikings wasn't worse than that. You got yanked.
Yeah, I know you got yanked.
How about the game where
Tim Bill Walsh comes on TV? I would love for Coach to do this again. Not to cut you off, asking for Bill Walsh just to say, goes on local television, goes, yes, we have a full-blown quarterback controversy here in San Francisco. I don't think he said it like that, but the way he said it.
He was holding the mic, too.
He was holding the microphone. I know. Smiling in the camera. We have a quarterback controversy here, and we have a quarterback competition. What?
It's insane.
It's insane. You imagine a coach doing that?
It's insane.
Shanahan coming in at the podium. Yeah, we have a quarterback controversy here. We got a quarterback battle. I know Brock Purdy's done this and that, but we got Sam Darnold here, and he's going to push him. May the best man win.
Unreal.
Phil was crazy, man.
Out of his mind.
But keep cooking. I cut you
No,
off.
it's just Joe loves to promote Joe, and I get it. The tall tales of Joe. I mean, it's like, come on, dude. You got knocked out of a New York Giant game where you guys were getting the crud pummeled out of you.
Yeah, 49-3.
I saw you throw pick sixes.
Yeah, I know. We all did.
right? You got blasted by Jim Burton that game. I'm not mad at you.
But I understand what Joe was trying to say.
But those weren't his two best. Like, you know what I mean?
His two worst games. Well, that's what he said.
I know,
it's two,
I know.
in his own mind.
I know.
He played. We didn't.
My worst moments were some of my greatest moments.
I was having my worst moment during my greatest game.
It's like the guy who's like, you don't golf, so it's like, I just missed that one. You hit it 300 yards down the middle of the fairway. Jose is like, I got that off the end of the bat. It's like a 400-foot home.
Oh, yeah.
I hate when you have a threesome and you have that one golfer with you that's so good, but everything he has to mind you. I was like, dude, you just drove it 400 yards. What the hell are you talking about?
The ringer we had at the Berkeley Country Club.
What was his name? I should have faded it.
The guy at the Berkeley Country Club we played with. He's a roaster. I forget his name. He was in a group with us. I haven't played this well ever.
Oh, he was downplaying everything.
That dude was hitting straight bombs down the middle.
Name?
In that course, they said, the same guy who designed the Olympic Club designed this one. And the Olympic Club is hard as hell to play. This dude was hitting bombs like, damn.
He was totally sandbagging us.
No doubt. But it's a moment too big for Brock on Sunday. Debo doesn't think so.
I just think Brock is just real smart. And, the moment is never too big for him. And he's just been the same person he's always been, since he stepped in the hub.
So what about losing to Kansas City last time? Does that have any effects?
Yeah.
How does Debo feel about that?
Man, that was brutal. That's like taking your heart and just having your heart just ripped out of just being up with 3-4 minutes left in the game and just coming short, man. It's just you kind of got that bad taste in your mouth. And those previous years that we fell short of NFC championships to get to this position, and look at us now. I just feel like we just got to take advantage of every offer we get.
Take advantage of this opportunity. We don't care if Mahomes is standing in the way. We don't care if Kelsey's standing in the way. Niner fans, when is it easy? When was it easy for the Giants?
Never.
When was it easy for the Warriors? Well, Kevin Durant came.
Are you really going to go to the torture line on me?
Cavaliers and
they lost one
Kevin
playoff
Durant.
game that they shouldn't have lost.
I know.
16-1.
2015 season.
I still contend it's the greatest team ever.
Yeah. The last championship against Boston. That wasn't easy. You lose game one, you blow it by score, 6 points in the fourth quarter? No, I'll be hyperbolic there. But
most championships are difficult.
Right.
And you need a little luck.
The Niners. They should have won both playoff games. Should have lost to the Packers. Should have lost to the Lions. But you survive in advance and you find a freaking way. And I'm telling you, man, I was foggy for the first week and a half of the Super Bowl. I was a little foggy. It was like, I don't know where this is going to go. Are they going to win? Are they going to lose? What's going to happen here? I just feel really good about where Shanahan's at. I feel really good about where Brock is at. I feel really good about where this team is at this Sunday.
Spadoni, he defrosted himself.
I did. Turned it on to John Scherzer.
Nothing easy.
I thought Lubman was about to get on the mic. He just...
No, Lubman, I do want Lubman to get on the mic because I want to laugh a little before we get on Tom Raffman.
Well, hold on. Do you want to get Phil on mic?
Oh, let's
laugh
I'll
later.
stand back.
I want to get Phil on mic on. Philbo, what's happening?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. Two things I want to bring up. First of all, we got to figure out what Joe Montana, if he going to be a Chief or if he going to be a Niner this week. Because, he think he's slick and he be doing hella stuff and appearances for the Chiefs. But you ain't fooling me, Joe. I'm rocking with Steve Young. But I love Joe Montana. But we going to have to check him on that, especially after we win this Super Bowl. Now, it's a weird feeling in the air right now. You feel me? What's that song? I can feel it in the air.
Yeah.
Benny Siegel.
It's actually a cover,
The
but keep going.
combination. Yeah, that's a cover. You right, Shasky. I know a little bit of white music, not like Bontan Guru, but listen, the combination of us not playing well the last couple of weeks, the fact that we've dug deep down inside to get back to we wanted to get to, added on to the fact that this was their goal
from the beginning of the season to be in this position. They got 2-3 marks checked off. I'm feeling real confident and real good about this team. Also, on top of the fact, you got a couple of players, Kittle, Debo, Greenlaw, Warner, a couple of other players that were there last time. They're hungry. And I don't see a tight team. A lot of people saying the Chiefs look loose. I think the Chiefs look scared, honestly. You feel me? I think they downplaying it because, we've been in. Nah, man. They know they in for a hell of a fight. They keep trying to, you feel me? If you seen Chris Jones, Trent Williams is, man, I'm going to have to pray. He's sandbagging it. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is all those combinations, all those feelings in the air got me feeling like we finna win this Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Where are you watching it, Filmo, Mike?
Playing it. I'm watching it at the station. I'm watching it at the station because when we win, I want live callers. I ain't going to be like y'all, the overtime show. You feel me? But it's going to be close.
I like that.
I like that. I like that, Philbo. I like that a lot.
Well, I'll be in Vegas, hopefully, parading down the Las Vegas Strip with Bonte.
Is it okay to say white music or black music? I'm not going to say that.
What
He said Guru and I we don't know white music. I don't call it white music. I just call it stitcher music.
There's a hole in your game.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your portfolio is missing a few things.
No, my portfolio is great.